Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of War in the East, to the Vistula to Berlin Rush campaign. Again, I think this will be the last episode in which I will skip the air planning phase, but because I just deleted the all of the air directives because of the weather conditions. And in regard to the weather, so these are the conditions that there are right now. It's raining, and yeah, so it's raining, which is good because rain means that on the next turn we might get some light mud. And if we go on the forecast, yeah, it's not yet here, but there could be light mud over here, so in eastern on eastern Germany, and this can be very interesting because light mud can turn on the next turn, so in 2 turns can turn into clear weather, and clear weather means that my tanks can finally roll forward towards Berlin. And again, I've been saying this for quite some time, but I'm gonna say this one more time. I believe that the Axis line is crumbling because I've wiped out so look at this one. So much manpower, especially in the last turn, that yeah, I believe that the Axis is kind of done for now in regard with having enough divisions with which to hold the line. I mean, divisions. I believe that the AI just fortified this region here, this line here, and yeah, we will see how far I can go on this turn. For sure, I would like to try to encircle Bratislava because yeah, I'm running low on time, and yeah, Bratislava should fall ideally on the next turn. But yeah, let's see. Also, one thing that I did, let's say, off camera was to send to the reserves all of the non-guard units from the 51st and the 42nd Army, and I've also set these 2 armies to have 0 support units, so that I can just strip these units from all of the support units and use these support units to help the main front line here, basically. And yeah, so without further ado, oh yeah, we can have a look at the events before I forget. Oh, advance into northern Italy. Okay, ground combat, air combat increases, and some Royal Air Force raids. And yeah, that's it for the introduction, and let's hop right and straight into the episode. So while during the interaction I was, say, overly confident that the Wehrmacht lines were on the brink of collapse and that the Germans were on their last legs, in reality things turned out to be slightly more different, because while on one hand, yes, cool, I could manage to besiege finally Bratislava, on the other hand, many of my other attacks just failed, and German lines did not crumble the way I expected them to crumble. And you know, I was thinking at that. I was like, okay, so maybe this is because of my supply problems. You know, the funny thing about that is that it's not that I didn't have enough railway capacity to bring supplies from the national production and the national supply sources to the frontline units. I just didn't understand why was this happening, and this was kind of also, say, reflecting on the fact that some units were really struggling to regain combat preparation points, such as many units of the 1st Ukrainian and 1st Belarusian fronts, which were, by the way, 2 assault armies. So I think I will most likely raise let's say a ticket to the developers, because I just it was very frustrating, and I could not really explain why this was happening. And to, let's say, in an effort to overcome this supply crisis, as you've seen in the introduction, I've sent to the reserve many units of the 2nd Baltic Front. I kept in line, however, the Guard units and the units of the 10th Guards Army. Now, in retrospective, what I could have done was to simply, let's say, send to the reserves other non-guard units, like, I don't know, the 33rd Army, the 51st Army, and all these units of the 1st Baltic Front. And also I could have just redeployed the units that took part in the siege of Königsberg, because they were just sitting there and they were acquiring supplies, and maybe this having too many units was also affecting my supply status. But I must say, to my own defense, this is the first time I'm playing with this customized scenario, so it could well be that I might have just messed up something with the amount of units that I added, and that the, let's say, standard scenario is more balanced also in terms of supplies. But so anyway, this was also an important lesson for my ground campaign, which means I will have to double test and triple test everything before saying, okay, this is the final definitive version of my custom-made scenario. And anyway, so folks, that's all for this episode. As always, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and well, stay tuned until the next episode.